Welcome to Jets Talk. My name's Ryan. I'll be your pilot. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you've been here before, welcome back. I love having you here. Boys and girls, we are talking Quinnen Williams and Troy Aikman. They got a little bit of a beef going on. Troy Aikman making some comments about Quinnen Williams during the Monday night broadcast against the Chargers, and Quinnen Williams responding the other day. So I wanted to get into both sides of the comments and look at some of the statistics to see who is right and what is going on and why are people talking lies and all this other stuff. So let's hop into Troy Aikman's comments from Monday night.
Quinnen Williams, he keeps telling Robert Saleh and Jeff Ulbrich they got to come up with some ways to give him some single opportunities so he can get some sacks. He says he's the highest paid decoy in football.
Troy Aikman is claiming that Quinnen Williams is saying that he's the highest paid decoy in football, which really is not like a great thing to be saying, because then, you know, there's this negative connotation around, oh, I'm just a decoy, I'm not getting my stats, I'm not doing all this. Well, Quinnen Williams had an opportunity to address that, and here's what he had to say.
Can I say something real quick? I seen something like Troy Aikman said that I said something about being a decoy. Like, I never said that. Like, I never talked to Troy Aikman. I never said that to Troy Aikman. Like, I don't know where he got that from. Like, I never came out of my mouth that I was the highest paid decoy or something like that he said on Monday night or something like that. Yeah. So I never said that. Like, I never talked to him before the game. I never alluded to that. Like, it's never been out of my mouth. So
you never had a conversation?
Like, I never had a conversation with him at all. So to hear him say that I said that is kind of like upsetting that he would lie on me like that or say that I said that. So that's kind of weird to me. So.
It was a little misleading what he said.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, for sure. It was definitely misleading. So
doesn't this feel like some ticky-tack high school bullshit right now? Because why is Troy Aikman making up stuff about Quinnen Williams on the broadcast? It's like he's just pulling stuff out of the air and throwing things at the wall that don't make any damn sense. So I want to take a look at some of the numbers here. Quinnen Williams, since the season began, he has 31 pressures in 235 snaps. That is fifth out of all defensive linemen. He's only behind Dexter Lawrence, Aaron Donald, Jeffrey Simmons, and Chris Jones. So a pretty good company to keep yourself in. As far as his pass rush win rate, his pressure rate higher than it was last year, and his pass rush win rate higher than it was last year. So it's not like he's underperforming. Quinnen only has a half a sack to his name. So that's where, like, the glaring statistic that everyone's kind of dialing in on. They're saying, all right, Quinnen's getting a ton of money. What's going on? Well, clearly he's at least winning his matchup. So it's not really the numbers sometimes are a little funky. They not that they lie, but they don't tell a full story. And then when you say, like, okay, well, if he's pass rushing, he's got to be getting double teamed, right? Well, guess what? His double team rate, there's only four players that have a 70% double team rate. Grady Jarrett, Chris Jones, Quinnen Williams, and Jerron Reed. Quinnen Williams, 70% double team rate. He's beating it 15% of the time. He has 22 stops. He's creating negative plays in the backfield 22 times, or at least like at the line of scrimmage, 22 times. That's more than any of these other guys at a higher percentage rate based on the amount of times he's double teamed. So Quinnen Williams is winning against two dudes more than the average person, I guess. Where is this coming from? How is he in the run defense game? Well, he's number one across all defensive linemen per Pro Football Focus with a 90.1 overall grade. He has 19 run stops. That's fourth in the NFL overall. So I'm waiting here. Highest paid decoy? I don't think so, Troy Aikman. Blitz percentage. Take a look at this. Quinnen Williams, even though he's not getting the sacks, look at this. The Jets' defensive blitz percentage is almost as low as could possibly be. The Colts have a lower defensive blitz percentage, but the pressure rate is so astronomically high. Let this be clear. This is a very great stat for the New York Jets because you are not sending extra defensive linemen to try and create the same amount of pressure that you are already causing. When you look at teams like Minnesota and teams like the Giants, they have to send blitzes on each defensive snap to generate average level of pressure. And the Jets are getting the most amount of pressure with the least amount of bodies needing to do it. And a huge portion of that is because Quinnen Williams is taking up double teams, freeing up someone like Brycehoff, freeing up someone like Jermaine Johnson. You know, John Franklin Myers is balling out. This whole defensive line is just so good. So I don't want to say that Quinnen is the piece that makes all of it tick because they're all really good in their own right. But Quinnen Williams is having a fantastic year. Even though the stats don't line up, look at the team stats. I want to see what is the overall impact of the defensive line, because I feel like that four-person unit, it works in so much conjunction with one another. Guys come crashing down, eating up double teams, like stunts going around the different angles. There's so many opportunities for different players on this defensive line to really create an impact. And just because Quinnen Williams doesn't have the sack numbers doesn't mean he's not absolutely balling out. And for Troy Aikman to just like flat out say, oh, Quinnen Williams said he's the highest paid decoy. One, I don't buy that for a goddamn minute. I'm glad Quinnen Williams addressed it because Quinnen's like the nicest dude. I've never seen this guy. He's got this weird switch. It's like very easygoing, compassionate father, newborn baby, everything like that. And he's like very, very calm and like almost like childlike. And then he flips the switch when he goes on the football field. The guy's a friggin' animal. Absolute freak, dominating dudes left and right. So the sack numbers will come. I'm not concerned about that, but I'm overall concerned about the team success, which now saying that out loud makes me a total hypocrite when I consider saying I want to bench Zach Wilson, even though the team's winning under Zach and the stats aren't there. I'm a hypocrite for that. Whatever. Quinnen Williams, definitely having a good year. Not the highest paid decoy. He is a highest paid defensive lineman that is absolutely having an impact, and the Jets are seeing the ramifications of all that, or the repercussions of the impact that he can have on this defensive line. So guys, let me know. What do you think of Quinnen Williams' stats or season for this year? Do you think he's having a really good year? Do you think he's maybe a little overpaid based on the stats and the sack numbers? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, go Jets.